Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So today, I want to take the time to sort of go into whether or not the bags that are specialized are worth it. Meaning, if we look here at tailoring, we have Satchel Cenarian Herb Bag, Core Fellhound Bag, Soul Pouch, as well as the Enchanted Rune Cloth Bag and the Enchanted Mage Weave. Now, there is a 24-slot Mage Weave bag, or Enchanting bag that you do not see here. It's because I do not have it. I'm actually missing that recipe still, but it's from Dire Mall West. But yeah, so I wanted to take the time to sort of look at these items and see whether or not they're worth it and why or why not they might be worth it or not. So when we come to, and if you don't know what these bags do, enchanting bag, it will hold enchanting materials, and it's a 20-slot bag. In Classic, the biggest bags you can get are 18 slots, whether it's an Onyxia backpack or a bottomless backpack or a few other backpacks. I think Next might have a 20-slot one that comes out, but for the most of Classic and the time being, there is only an 18-slot bag, other than these specialized bags. So when we look at these specialized bags and what they do, they hold certain materials. So the soul bags here, these hold soul shards for warlocks. These can be pretty nice if you're a warlock main. Determining whether or not they're worth it or not, I mean, we can look at the crafting cost, but it just depends. Like, if you have summoning bots going, here on Scare, we have summoning bots 24/7. Like, we have people at AQ Gate, we have people at Yojamba Isle, we have people at the Songflower, and they charge 5 gold per, even sometimes DM as well as Darkmoon Fair, just 5 gold per summon. So if you think about it, these bags are super worth it for people doing that. Other than that, they're kind of a quality of life. There's no real way to sort of how much does a soul shard sell or whatnot, but they just allow you to hold a ton of them opposed to just your normal bags. But anyway, the ones that are really here to talk about value are the herb and the enchanting bags. So with the enchanting bag, it allows you to hold any enchanting materials as well as your rods. So you can put in any of these dusts, essences, shards, and this is from any tier. So to me, I mean, honestly, only the top 2 tiers are worth it, okay? And if you're stockpiling that many enchants, especially being in Phase 5, I feel like you're going to want to dump soon. And the reason why is because once you hit BC, they're not going to be really worth too much. In Phase 6, there's no really new enchants. The peak time is right now in Phase 5 to sell these, because it's when you get a ton of new enchants and everyone's getting these. And so I would definitely recommend selling out if you're stockpiling. However, the enchanting bag is pretty nice if you're stockpiling a lot. I'd only recommend 1 or 2 of those just because it does provide extra space. I had 2 in my bank, but I really started to get things that, like, just too much stuff, whether it was gear, saving things to DE. I just started to get too much, and so I had to disenchant those eventually. We're going to go here to the tailoring bag, the one that I am missing, and that's the big bag of enchantment. So its cost to make is 6 rune cloth, 4 large brilliant shards, 4 enchanted leather, and iron web spider silk. This is super, super cheap. If we hover over that, I mean, it's selling for 200 gold. That's because, like, it says 200, but that's just because of the recipe, and not because of what you can make it. You could probably make that for maybe 20 gold, if not even less. So the big bag of enchantment is worth it if you are an enchanter and you have at least 18 slots of enchanting materials. And you want that because that's where, like, you'd have to have more than 18. So whether you have 19 to 24, that's when you're going to see use out of this bag. And it, like I said, it's maybe 50 gold to make that. Like, the materials are super easy and cheap. It's just getting the pattern here from this guy in Dire Mall West right here. Magister. It has a 1.29% drop rate, which kind of very small. So, you know, that is what it is. You know, if you're lucky enough to get it, it's worth it. And however, we might be able to just buy the pattern. I'll see if a pattern is on. Yeah, there's no pattern on the auction house right now. So that just goes to show you how rare it is and people not doing DM West. Now this is the one that's sort of hard to, or this one's easy to quantify. It's just a bit much to sort of invest. So when we look at the herb bag, so we have the 20 slot herb bag. It takes 9 gold to make. So honestly, these are worth it. If you have an herb tune, you don't do anything, you put 4 of those on them. Like, if you have a tune solely for herbalism, I would recommend getting at least 4 of these herb bags. And here's why. It costs 9 gold to craft this. Like, it's super easy to craft. The mats just rune cloth, purple lotus, marrow grain, and rune thread. And when you do this, so you got to think, can 2 stacks of any herb, whatever it is, can that yield me 9 gold? Obviously, yes. Like, that is a huge yes. And that is because, you know, you can have 20 Plague Bloom, 20 Dreamfoil, 20 Mountain Silver Sage, all of which are 1 to 2 gold right now on my server at the very least. And from other servers and what I hear, it is there as well. Now, to step that up further, and also this is if you have 18 bag slots, you know, however you got those. Like, I have 8 of them just because I did Oni so much in phase 1 and I got really lucky. However you go about it, you know, that's up to you. Even if you have 16 slot bags, then, you know, you're going up 4 for each of them as an herbalist. These are just super good value. The green ones, I would definitely go with them. Now, when we come up to the Satchel of Cenarius, this is the top line of bag. You get this from being revered with Cenarian Circle, going and buying the recipe and becoming a tailor. This one is costly to make, 118 gold, and that is because it takes 2 mooncloth and 1 black lotus. So you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? And in 4 extra slots of herbs, so let's take a look here at the auction house. I mean, if Plague Bloom here, I believe Plague Bloom is the one that's selling the most. So I would have to spell plague correctly. So we have Plague Bloom. So it's 43 gold for a stack of Plague Bloom right now on my server. About that. So if you had 4 stacks of Plague Bloom additional, you would make the money back on that bag. Just flat out right there, you would make the money back on your bag. We look at Dreamfoil. Dreamfoil, as you can see, you know, 1 gold, 50 silver. We can see stacks of it selling at 30 gold right here. So, you know, 120 is what 4 stacks of Dreamfoil would come out to. And that also makes the bag worth it. It's just a little extra farming to justify that bag. As well as, you know, you can make the point that if you had more space and you were going for those options, you might still be out there and you could get a Lotus. It just depends where you're farming and stuff like that. But if you're in Eastern Plaguelands farming, I would strongly recommend going big on the bags, because if you get a Lotus, say, or if you farm 4 Lotuses, you can make the bags yourself. Either way, if you're seriously grinding herbs every single day, then this bag is worth it. Nothing gives you 24 slot. Like, 24 slot bags are insane. The only other use would be if you're making a lot of flasks as well. If you're going on a flask run, these are super nice because you can hold a lot of Dreamfoil and stuff in them. Like, the 4 slots actually is the difference between having another flask or not. And if you're making 10, 20, 30 gold per flask run that you do, it's actually really worth it. And you can make quite a bit of gold just because you have these satchels. So that's sort of my analysis of these bags, what you would use them for, where they have value. The enchanting ones, I don't know, I just don't see that big of a use for them, but I also don't have so much stockpiled that I'm overflowing to the brim. So that's just me personally, and I've had enchanting since the beginning. If you have a lot, then yes, of course, those are worth it, like 100%. But if you don't, then I wouldn't worry about too much. But herbalism and alchemy, it's a huge win. I would absolutely recommend you get these bags as soon as you can, but as long as you're doing it, okay? Keep that in mind. If you're not someone going out there and herbing, you're not doing these things, then it's just going to sit there and you're not going to do anything with it. But yeah, anyway, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if you find these bags useful. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. It truly means a lot to me. If you happen to find anyone that you know would also benefit from watching this video, please share it with them. It helps me out a ton and allows me to keep doing what I love every single day, and that is gaming and sort of helping people any way that I can. So finally, thank you so much, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Goodbye.